We're streaming. I'm streaming back to the UK, if that's okay.
Of course.
But I'll keep
This
out
is
of your
my good
way.
side.
I believe that they've obviously woken up to watch this in the middle of the night. I will keep out of your way.
You're dressed well enough though that you're allowed to get in the way.
I'm apparently the only one that's allowed a camera, like a phone, because I'm streamlining.
Our team.
Okay, so they're getting pretty ready.
Yeah, they're going.
Here comes Auntie Yvonne.
She may decide on another route last minute.
Debbie, they're walking. The bridesmaids are walking.
And this is a reminder as well, please no photos or phones during the ceremony, except for Sally, who is allowed to stream to the UK while we're running things. Okay, we are ready.
We're 1,000 miles from comfort. We have traveled land and sea. But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I would wait forever, exalted in the sea. But as long as I am with you, my heart continues to beat. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same. Gave you another name, switch up the battery. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. No, with all of your heart, you can't change me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. 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 When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. We set out on a mission to find our inner peace, make it everlasting, so nothing's incomplete. It's easy being with you, sacred simplicity. As long as we're together, there's no place I'd rather be. With every step we take, Kyoto to the face, strolling so casually. We're different and the same. Gave you another name, switch up the batteries.
Welcome to the wedding of Charlotte and Andrew. My name is Karen Rogers and I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. So Andrew and Charlotte, before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of your witnesses, I'm to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of a man and a woman voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. While this is the current definition, Charlotte and Andrew look forward to living in a country where gender does not bias against the expression of love through marriage. Not all of you will know the story of Charlotte and Andrew, so we have that story for you today. Once upon a time, around 4 years ago, Andrew embarked on an adventure that, unbeknownst to him, would change his life forever. His story, however, did not get off to a great start. Andrew found himself alone in a dark and bitterly cold English winter. Fighting the elements, Andrew filled his days exploring this new land on his bike. Sadly, even this small joy wouldn't last. Andrew took a jump, straight into a tree. He dislocated his thumb and then realigned it himself, but the damage was already done. A trip to the hospital the following day resulted in a bright blue plaster of Paris for the next 6 weeks. 3 days later, to add salt to his wounds, his bike was stolen. Wounded and with his trusty steed gone, Andrew tried to continue his outdoor pursuits. He took a trip to the French Alps where the luck gods shone on him again, whisking away his snowboard whilst his eye was turned briefly. So returning to England, injured and now very much disheartened, Andrew is now banished from the lab to the wards, and he had to socialise with junior doctors and unable to undertake the job he had gone to the UK to do. But as Harvey Dent says in The Dark Knight Rises, the night is darkest just before the dawn. In a land far, far away, a small, feisty junior doctor sat contemplating her future in this world. Her letter had yet again failed to arrive from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, so she was facing another year of being a regular junior doctor, with no potions classes to attend or Quidditch games to play. The winter got colder, and Charlotte began to daydream of her times on her medical elective in sunny Australia 2 years ago. The scene was now set. Onto the ward strolled the wounded and sorrowed Andrew. Unsure if Charlotte had heard that Australian voice in a daydream, she looked up to see a big blue cast attached to a real-life Australian man. It didn't take long for Andrew to realise that there might be some advantages to spending time on the ward with the junior doctors. Soon, an invitation to the pub arrived for Andrew. He found himself intrigued by the small, feisty girl with the strange accent sitting opposite him. Andrew found himself smiling. The pub turned into bars, the bars turned into dinner, and somehow dinner turned into a weekend mountain biking in North Wales. Things were looking up. Maybe the dawn was coming. And while Charlotte was hoping for a relaxing weekend being wined and dined, what she actually got was a day negotiating a challenging technical single track around Snowdonia on a mountain bike. Charlotte was not a mountain biker. This was a day that would involve many falls, cuts and bruises, but no matter how many times she fell, she got up and kept going. The next day there was a climb to the top of Mount Snowdon, and Charlotte again took this in her stride and completed the task. Andrew was impressed. This was the first of many adventures for Andrew and Charlotte. Their story had now begun. We will now have 2 readings. The first is from The Love Monkey by Edward Monckton, and it will be read by Deborah Verdiani, and the second, Only Once in Your Life, by Bob Marley, will be read by Philippa Hunter. So, Deborah and Philippa, can you please come forward?
Love Monkey. It was once custom that every monkey would carve for himself a wooden heart, and the heart that Love Monkey carved was the most beautiful of all. Its contours were soft and rounded like an ancient pebble, sculpted by the oceans. Its surface was smooth and shiny like liquid silk, and it shone as bright as a ruby in the desert sun. Take your hearts with you wherever you go, said their teacher. Nurture them as a mother nurtures her newborn baby. For when you want to give of yourself fully, your heart is the only true gift you will have. That night, Love Monkey had a dream. He dreamt of a monkey whose smile lit up his soul like the sunshine. He held out his heart to her, so radiant, so splendid and so new. She took him in her arms, and he felt truly, perfectly at peace. When Love Monkey awoke, he resolved that from that day forward he would search for his dream monkey until he could stand before her and give to her his perfect heart. He travelled through deserts and climbed over mountains. He trekked across forests and sailed many oceans. Love Monkey looked after his heart as best he could, but the storms that he endured on his travels chipped away at its surface, and each new adventure reshaped it. By the time he arrived on the last distant shore, his heart was so changed by the patina of time that it barely resembled his old heart at all. And then he saw her. Standing before him, as radiant and as beautiful as sunshine, was his dream monkey. At first, he could not speak, but then, from somewhere deep inside himself, he found a voice. I had travelled the world over to find you and to give you my heart, he said. But now that I am finally with you, I see how foolish I have been. You are so beautiful, so perfect, and my heart, that was once so smooth, so bright and so new, is now not something that I could even bring myself to show you. And he turned to go. Let me see it, said Dream Monkey. She took his heart and she held it up to the light. Nothing to me is more beautiful. Every fissure tells a story. Every blemish makes you more real. All my life I have been waiting for a heart like this, a heart that speaks the truth. Come here, she said. I have something for you too. In her hand was a tiny golden heart. It was as worn and as scratched as Love Monkey's own, and it was the most precious thing that he had ever seen. Love Monkey put his arms around her, and they held each other for a long, long time. I shall treasure this heart for as long as I live, said Dream Monkey, running her fingers over its rigid and dimpled surface. They looked into each other's eyes, and feeling the joy of truth in their souls for the first time, they began to laugh. And they often sit together still, holding each other's hearts in their warm hands, lifting them to the light, and laughing, always laughing.
Only once in your life, I truly believe, you find someone who can completely turn your world around. You tell them things that you've never shared with another soul, and they absorb everything you say and actually want to hear more. You share hopes of the future, dreams that will never come true, goals that were never achieved, and the many disappointments life has thrown at you. When something wonderful happens, you can't wait to tell them about it, knowing they will share in your excitement. They are not embarrassed to cry with you when you are hurting, or laugh with you when you make a fool of yourself. Never do they hurt your feelings or make you feel like you are not good enough, but rather they build you up and show you the things about yourself that make you special and even beautiful. There is never any pressure, jealousy or competition, but only a quiet calmness when they are around. You can be yourself and not worry about what they will think of you, because they love you for who you are. The things that seem insignificant to most people, such as a note, song or walk, become invaluable treasures kept safe in your heart to cherish forever. Memories of your childhood come back and are so clear and vivid, it's like being young again. Colours seem brighter and more brilliant. Laughter seems part of daily life, whereas before it was infrequent or didn't exist at all. A phone call or two during the day helps you get through a long day's work and always brings a smile to your face. In their presence, there's no need for continuous conversation, but you find you're quite content in just having them nearby. Things that never interested you before become fascinating because you know that they are important to this person who is so special to you. You think of this person on every occasion and in everything that you do. Simple things bring them to mind, like a pale blue sky, gentle wind, or even a storm cloud on the horizon. You open your heart knowing that there's a chance it may be broken one day, and in opening your heart you experience a love and joy that you never dreamed possible. You find that being vulnerable is the only way to allow your heart to feel true pleasure, so it's so real it scares you. You find strength in knowing you have a true friend, and possibly a soulmate, who will remain loyal to the end. Life seems completely different, exciting and worthwhile. Your only hope and security is in knowing that they are a part of your life.
Andrew and Charlotte would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge their parents, Evan and Mignon Markwick, and Yvonne Homer and Neil Wade, for the role that they have played in their lives. They are so grateful to have those present here today sharing in today's ceremony, and also very thankful for the memories that Neil has left behind. Now we have some questions for an answer and response from the bride and groom. Andrew, do you choose Charlotte to be your partner for life, to support and respect her in her successes, and comfort her in her failures, to care for and nurture her, and to grow with her throughout the seasons of your life? If so, say I do.
I do.
Do you promise to appreciate and cherish Charlotte? Will you care for her and share in her hopes and dreams? Will you challenge her to excel, even when life is difficult and the path is not straight? If so, say I do.
I do.
And finally, do you take Charlotte as your equal, your best friend and your lover, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Charlotte, do you choose Andrew to be your partner in life, to support and respect him in his successes and comfort him in his failures, to care for and nurture him and to grow with him throughout the seasons of your life? If so, say I do.
I do.
Do you promise to appreciate and cherish Andrew? Will you care for him and share in his hopes and dreams? Will you challenge him to excel even when life is difficult and the path is not straight? So say I do.
I do.
And do you take Andrew as your equal, your best friend and your lover for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
It is now time for the exchanging of vows. Andrew, you're first.
I call upon those present to witness that I, Andrew John Markwick, take you, Charlotte Naomi Wade, to be my lawful wedded wife. I promise to always be there when you need me and to share the journey ahead together. I will constantly challenge and push you to be the best you can. I will take you on many amazing adventures and treasure the times we have just in each other's company. Above all, I will love you, always.
Andrew, you are my best friend. You make me feel happier than I ever could have imagined, and more loved than I ever thought possible. I am a better person because of you, and today I am so proud to become your wife. As we pursue our journey together, I promise to work hard to create a life that both of us are proud of. A life where we continue to encourage and empower each other to achieve our goals and to create a relationship where we accomplish more together. I know that no matter the challenges we face, there is nothing we cannot overcome if we face it together. I look forward to our exciting future full of love, laughter and adventure. I call upon the persons here to witness that I, Charlotte Naomi Wade, take you, Andrew John Markwick, to be my lawful wedded husband.
Alistair, now is the time for you to present the rings.
I, Andrew, give you, Charlotte, this ring as an eternal symbol of my love and commitment to you. I give you my hand, my heart, and my love. I choose you from this day forward, for as long as we both shall live.
I, Charlotte, take you, Andrew. I give this ring as an eternal symbol of my love and my commitment to you. I give you my hand, my heart, and my love. I choose you from this day forward, for as long as we both shall live.
Andrew and Charlotte, by the words from your lips, you have committed yourselves to vows of love, commitment, honesty and faithfulness. It is with great pleasure that I can now declare you to be husband and wife, and you may kiss the bride. We will now take a few minutes to finalise this wedding by signing the register, and we will have some lovely music from Charlotte's brother and his girlfriend.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, no, I won't be afraid, no, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. If the sky we look upon would tumble and fall, all the mountains would crumble to the sea. I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, just as long as you stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me, just as long as you stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me.
Could you?
There's no combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. No song that I could sing, but I could try for your heart. Our dreams, they are made out of real things, like a shoebox of photographs with sepia-tone loving. If love is the answer that leads to most of the questions in my heart, like why are we here and where do we go and how come it's so hard? It's not always easy and sometimes life can be deceiving. I'll tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. We'll look at those stars when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Oh. And all of these moments might just find their way into my dreams tonight, but I know that they'll be gone when the morning light sings and brings new things. For tomorrow night you'll see that they'll be gone too many things we gotta do. But if all of the dreams might find their way into my day-to-day scene, I'd be under the impression that I was somewhere in between, with only two, just me and you. Got many things we gotta do, or places we gotta be. We'll sit beneath the mango tree now. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. It's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Oh. It's always better when we're together. And I'd give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. And all I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your life. When sooner or later it's over, I just don't wanna miss you tonight. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And you can't fight the tears that ain't coming, or the moment of truth in your lies. When everything feels like the movies, yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am.
As John Lennon once said, love is a promise, love is a souvenir. Once given, never forgotten, never let it disappear. Would you all please join me in congratulating Mr. and Mrs. Markwick.
No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather
Can you just say hello?